Peace, guys. My name is Kay, and I am a messenger of the universe. So today I'm going to be making a video, and I'm going to be discussing what you need to hear right now, because this is very important for, honestly, everyone. This is something that you need to hear right now, especially if you came across this and you're kind of like, you just feel really drawn to one of the piles. Then this is definitely here for you, and this is definitely what you need to hear right now. So I'm going to get started. I have 5 groups today. I have 1 with tree agate, 2 with this black and white feather, 3 with this green fluorite, 4 with citrine, a chunk of raw citrine, and 5 with this I-Ching coin. I usually have it around my neck, but not today. So I don't know if you can see it, and I don't know if I said that right. If I did, then yay to me. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started with group number 1, tree agate. So this is for meditation. This is really good for meditating. If you want to meditate, tree agate is a good crystal to keep around, because it really does help you focus, and it kind of like induces the concentration of your meditation. But we'll see how that incorporates into your group. So let's see. I'll put that there. So I have my Mystic Monday, and this is going to tell me what you guys have been basically going through right now. And I think these cards flipped. Yeah, these are flipped because I remember Judgment coming out upright. Okay, so you have 2 of Swords, 4 of Wands, and this is telling me what you guys are going through right now, which we'll get into the message that you need to hear. But let's see. King of Wands reversed, 6 of Swords, Ace of Swords. There's a lot of swords here, so you guys might be an air sign. So that's Gemini, Libra, Capricorn's not Earth. Capricorn's not air, it's Earth, but or Aquarius. And then we also have Judgment. So we have 1 major arcana card, which is pretty interesting. So I feel like right now you guys are probably dealing with I feel like you may not be getting along well with people at the moment. I feel like for some of you there's probably a male figure in particular, maybe an ex or a father figure or something that's kind of, I feel like this person is almost stopping you from seeing your potential, because this person is probably very egotistic. They're probably someone that is I feel like they follow the wrong crowd, and they follow the wrong ideas or ideals, because with the 2 of Swords here, this is kind of telling me there's a little bit of conflict, and I feel like this is kind of like connected with the King of Wands in reverse, because the colors are really popping out to me. And I feel like this is someone that is very like, someone you kind of, I feel like it's probably someone that you kind of know you shouldn't be around, but you kind of keep them around. That type of energy, especially with the Ace of Swords, because this is about like cutting through what no longer serves you. And I feel like you're kind of realizing like this person is not serving you at all. And the 6 of Swords here is kind of like giving me that vibe that you kind of want to find balance in your life. And I feel like this is really strong with communication in here as well. I feel like maybe when you communicate with this person, it may end up being like conflict. What's the word? Conflictual? What's the word? I can't think of it. Like you guys may end up like getting into arguments, you know, all the time. And I feel like with the 4 of Wands here, I feel like you really are craving stability in your life. And the 6 of Swords here is telling me you really are craving balance in your life, because I feel like right now you're kind of going through a period where you're like really noticing that people are a mirror of you, or at least you're realizing that everything in your life is a reflection of who you are on the inside. And I feel like the tree agate kind of comes into play here, because this is probably the pile that really needs to meditate a lot and kind of like clear their heads, clear their minds, to figure out like what's really going on, cutting through all the BS and getting to the bottom of things, especially with this King of Wands here in reverse. This doesn't have to be a person for everyone. It could be like something, just like a thought, idea. It could even be you, maybe like your ego or something. something inside of you that's kind of conflictual. I can't think of the word, like conflicting with your ideas or your thoughts, and it's kind of like, I feel like you're kind of like cutting through it now. You're kind of realizing that this person or this idea, this belief, whatever it is not serving you, and you are kind of learning to create your own reality as a result of that. Just a second. Sorry. So let's see. So these cards are going to tell me the general message of you, this group. So you have a lot of this is sacral chakra here, so this is about creativity. So maybe you guys are like artists, or you want to pursue art or something creative, or you are just very solar plexus-y right now. Maybe like you guys are kind of like it's about like fertility as well. So maybe some of you are even like bearing children or bearing a new idea, or just really that sacral chakra energy is coming through, because there's two of them here. There's also throat chakra as well, and it says communicate clearly, kindly, and lovingly, Archangel Gabriel. So that's definitely connected with this Two of Swords here, because this conflict that you're having with this King of Swords in reverse, or I'm sorry, not King of Swords, King of Wands in reverse, is really coming through with this. I feel like you kind of are conflicting. You're just kind of in a conflicting type of energy right now. Give birth to new ideas, universal guidance. So yeah, I feel like you guys probably have some new ideas roaming around in your head, but you're not really sure where to go with it, how to start it. And I feel like 2020 is the perfect time to get started on that, because it's definitely going to help you. So your dreams have a deeper meaning. Archangel Ariel, sacral chakra. So this is telling me you guys are the dreamers here. Like, you guys are the creative dreamers here, and maybe for some of you guys literally need to pay attention to your dreams, like what you are dreaming of. And also, going back to this Judgment card, I feel like for some of you, this conflicting person in your life may also be your twin flame, and they could be a fire sign, or you are a fire sign, or they just have a lot of they have a lot of fire in their chart. So the last one that we have is the world is your playground, have fun in it. So yeah, this is definitely like you guys are learning to create your own reality, or at least you will be learning to do so, because right now you're kind of in a conflicting energy right now. It's kind of like you're learning to discern what other people have to say versus what you feel. And especially with the Judgment is coming through really strongly, especially since it's a major arcana card, so it is pretty strong. So this is telling me you guys are kind of learning to create your own reality, have fun in your life, follow your dreams, because I feel like besides like your actual dreams that you dream of when you sleep, like you guys have really big dreams, like about your future, yourself, all that good stuff. So I'm going to pull these cards as well, and these angel cards are going to tell me what you are like as a person, or what you may be going through at the moment, which is just some clarification. So let's see. Angel of Integrity, Angel of Blessing, Angel of Release, Angel of Trust, Angel of Group Consciousness. So I feel like right now you're someone that's learning to embrace all aspects of who you are, like all aspects of your authenticity, because the Angel of Integrity is here, and this is really coming strongly to me. I feel like water may be significant for some of you. You guys may be a water sign, or just dealing with a lot of emotions right now pretty heavily. So I feel like you kind of are embracing the blessings that are coming your way. I feel like you know that you are just a person that is very blessed. Like, you just are blessed in so many ways, even if you don't like acknowledge or realize it. I feel like you guys really are being guided by forces outside of yourself in your life. And I feel like, yeah, with the Angel of Release here, like you guys are learning to be more present, or you guys may be kind of trying to learn how to be more present, like living in the present moment instead of like worrying about your fears or your worries or things that you shouldn't be worried about. Releasing those fears, releasing those doubts and those worries to the universe, and allowing beauty to come in, and understanding that your life is perfect here and now in this moment. And see, the Angel of Trust, interesting. And then the Angel of Group Consciousness. I feel like you guys, this angel of trust here is telling me you guys are learning to trust yourself. Like, trust your heart, trust your feelings, trust your gut, just trusting in yourself specifically. Because the angel of trust here is kind of telling me you guys kind of maybe went into a hermit mode, or you do go into a hermit mode, and you guys are learning to like figure out what is you and what is other people, what is your energy, what is other people's energies. Because the angel of trust here is kind of telling me like you put your too much trust in other people to do what you should be doing for yourself. So maybe you relied on someone else, maybe the King of Wands in reverse here, to be your cheerleader when you need to be your own cheerleader. Or you, because the angel of group consciousness, I feel like you might be I don't want to say you're a follower, but you're just someone that probably is influenced easily, and you kind of like, you'll go with the crowd, what the crowd thinks, because you're kind of afraid what everyone will think if you go against the grain. But this here is telling me that you are learning to trust yourself, and I feel like that also may be a huge goal in your life that you're supposed to be learning, like a part of your destiny. So this is, I think I'm going to pull this Moonology first. Yeah, I'm going to pull the Moonology first, and this is kind of like the theme or the general advice that I have, or that the universe, whoever is channeling this, has, and its emotions are running high, which doesn't surprise me. Like I was saying, the angel of integrity, like you guys are probably in an emotional period right now, and you guys are kind of learning to discern what is good for you and what's not. Yeah, because I feel like you guys are probably like, just the Two of Swords here is really sticking out to me, and this is just telling me like there's just a lot of conflict, people like not understand, maybe like you are very emotional, and when someone says something to you, you get hurt really easily even though you shouldn't be hurt, or maybe you do have a reason to be hurt, because I mean your feelings are valid, but maybe you're like reacting too emotionally, like too into your emotions instead of like logically. And so this deck, this white sage, is going to give me like the actual advice, or at least the general message that the universe has about this. So Knight of Cups, Ace of Pentacles reversed, Three of Swords reversed, Justice reversed, Five of Cups. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think I was supposed to pull 6 of these, but you know what, if 5 is supposed to be the number, then 5 it is. So I feel like this is telling me that you guys are going to be going through an emotional start, a fresh new start emotionally, and I feel like that might be coming to you in January of 2020, because the Knight of Cups is someone that's kind of, he's very, he kind of, to me at least, he's like just very calm, relaxed. He kind of like looks at things subjectively, not objectively, and he kind of sees things from the bigger picture, but at the same time he's not completely developed in his emotions, which is, I feel like you guys are just going to be learning to like hone your emotions, really like maturing into how you feel instead of reacting emotionally, learning to control your emotions and not let them control you, that type of energy. And the Ace of Pentacles in reverse here under this Four of Wands is telling me that you may be going through a hard time financially right now, but that's definitely going to turn around. You're going to find stability and abundance, even though right now it may not seem like it. You're like, damn, I'm broke. You're not going to be broke for long, okay? So the Three of Swords here is in reverse, so this is telling me that some conflict with someone is going to come to an end. That King of Wands in reverse, whatever that conflict that was, it's going to come to a resolution as well. You are going to find a resolution in this situation, and you are going to find balance as well, because there's a Justice in reverse, and it's underneath the Six of Swords, and this is just telling me all about balance, and you are going to be finding balance in learning to weigh your heart over your mind and balancing the scales and learning to resolve this conflict, because I feel like you guys may not want to be in this conflict. I mean, who would want to be in conflict? Some people do, but I feel like you guys really do not like to be in conflict. Like, you kind of feel like you're in the middle of everything, but you're going to find resolution and you're going to find balance, because here the Five of Cups is telling me you guys may be going through a lot emotionally as well. Like I was saying, emotions are running high, so you might feel like you guys are just kind of being overloaded emotionally, or you have a lot of what's the word, obligations or priorities, things you have to take care of. But that is, all of this is going to turn around for you, because you're going to start seeing through all of this. You're going to start realizing like you can create your own reality. You literally like create what happens. Everything that is happening on the outside is a reflection of what's happening on the inside, and you're going to be discerning what's going to be happening on the inside as well. Because this tree agate is telling me like you guys probably need to take time out to meditate and figure out what it is that you want at your core, and not, you know, being conflicted or swayed by other people's opinions and what they have to say about you. Thank you so much for watching group number 1. If the reading resonated, drop a like, comment, and subscribe if you want to. My name is Kay, and hopefully I can catch you at the end of this video. Okay. Alright, group number 2. So if you chose this feather here, this black and white feather, this feather means that change is coming. So you might be seeing the number 5 a lot, or maybe even the number 2 or 22, which is also a master number. And so we'll see what's going on for group number 2. So I feel like change is coming, or change is happening. But regardless, there's some changes going on. I'm gonna put this here. So let's see. So this Mystic Monday Tarot deck is going to give me some information on what you are feeling right now, what you may be going through at the moment. So we have 3 of Swords, the Lovers in reverse, 9 of Swords, Ace of Cups, Knight of Cups. I believe this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, this has 7 cards instead of 6. Okay. 4 of Swords and 10 of Swords. So immediately right off the bat, you guys are going through a tough time. Like, you guys are going through a lot of heartache. Maybe some of you went through a divorce recently, or just a really tough breakup. But there's a lot of like pain here, a lot of heartache. Lovers in reverse, definitely some relationship stuff going on here, where you guys probably just ended a relationship, got out of one, and it was probably tough on you. You probably felt really like you were stabbed in the back, really betrayed, and it really gave you a lot of anxiety. Like, you really felt like, wow, it's something that really weighed heavy on your mind. And it was, you could have been dealing with an earth sign who broke your heart, or you may be an air sign as well. But earth sign, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo, and air is Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. I keep almost saying Capricorn, I don't know why, but yeah, so I feel like you guys are kind of like in this mood, or you could have been in a mood where you kind of felt like the victim, or you guys felt like you're just being stabbed in the back. Because here the 10 of Swords is telling me you really felt defeated by this. You really felt like you could not get back up after this. And this Knight of Cups, I feel like this is someone that was offering something to you, and you were just like, like, it was something that you were not. I feel like this is probably that person that came into your life and probably broke your heart, or whatever happened. They're probably very immature. They could have been emotionally immature. They weren't ready for a relationship, or they just weren't ready to offer their love. They didn't have enough in their cup to offer to you. And the Ace of Cups here, this is telling me that there's a lot of potential here, but I feel like this potential is more about it could be a new person coming into your life as well, because the Knight of Cups here, I'm just getting for some of you, this could also represent a newer person coming into your life, or maybe someone that offered their love to you, maybe like someone who had a crush on you, and they're like, oh my god, I like you, and you were like, But the Ace of Cups here is telling me that there's some potential here, and I'm gonna figure out what that potential is when I pull out the other cards. But yeah, right now I'm just feeling like you guys were really in a bad situation, or you are in a bad situation. And the 4 of Swords here is that you have a lot of power wielded within you, and you probably aren't realizing the amount of power that you actually have. Maybe right now you're starting to realize, like, I gotta pick myself back up. I can't stay, you know, in this mood or whatever. But you're definitely gonna be picking yourself back up. And there's more that lies beneath the surface when it comes to you and your power. You just may not be able to see everything right now, especially if you are going through a lot of pain and betrayal, and just feeling like you're being backstabbed. Your outer reality is a reflection of your inner reality. Universal spirit, solar plexus. Yeah, solar plexus doesn't surprise me with this group, because solar plexus is about how you feel about yourself. And if you guys did go through this Three of Swords, this heartache, this loss, this whatever this is, it definitely did take a toll on you, and it probably took a toll on how you feel about yourself. But just remember that whatever is happening on the outside is a reflection of something on the inside that needs some work, okay? So use your gifts to guide you. Archangel Raziel. So this is actually bringing me back to the Four of Swords here, because it says use your gifts to guide you, and I feel like you guys probably have many gifts. You may be very intuitive, and you may not even realize that you're intuitive, or maybe like you're kind of not really, you may not feel like you're that powerful, or you're that skilled or gifted, but you guys do have a lot of abilities. But I feel like this is something that lies beneath the surface, and this is something that you have to dive into yourself to be able to hone, understand, and accept these gifts that you have. So forgive yourself and others. Ho'oponopono, Archangel Zadkiel, heart chakra. If you don't set boundaries, people will cross them. Universal spirit, heart chakra. So there's a lot of heart chakra here too, and especially with the Three of Swords again, like there's probably a lot of heartache here, and probably some healing that needs to be done, especially with the heart. Yeah, maybe you guys were kind of in a situation where you were giving more than the other person was. And it says forgive yourself and others, and I feel like this is definitely telling me like to forgive yourself more than anything. Forgive yourself, like you're not stupid. I feel like some of you need to hear that, like you're not stupid for, you know, falling for it, or you're not stupid for whatever. Like this is something that's here to help you, even if it hurts, you know. I know that's kind of like tough to hear, but like all of this is here to help you on your journey, and it's here to help you grow. And especially here with the Four of Swords, I feel like this is really helping you to see the full potential that you have, and that you are so much greater than this Knight of Cups and this like immature energy that's like coming through. So let's see. This, I think I'm gonna pull my Moonology card. This is gonna give me like the general theme here. Okay, this makes sense. Conclusions are within reach. Yeah, so right now may not make sense. You're probably like, oh my god, I'm hurt, you know, I'm going through this, I'm going through that, but soon everything's gonna make sense, even if it doesn't right now. So let's see. The Angel of Enthusiasm, the Angel of Strength, the Angel of Harmony, and this is going to tell me like you, more about you. Okay, so Angel of Obedience, Angel of Faith. So right off the bat, I'm seeing that you're someone that really likes music, you really enjoy music, or you really connect to music. Maybe you are a musician, or you're really just into music. Maybe you guys play a piano, flute, violin, just something musical. Maybe like you dance a lot, but also the color pink is kind of popping out to me, so maybe rose quartz may be significant for you as well. Maybe like it's like your favorite stone, or you have a lot of rose quartz, or you just feel connected to rose quartz in general, or this is just going back to the heart chakra cards that we were pulling, just some healing that has to be done. So the Angel of Enthusiasm is telling me that you're someone that kind of like, I feel like you really like when something, new opportunities presents itself to you, you kind of like, you go after it very willingly. Like you kind of, you're like, you know what, here's a new opportunity for me. Hopefully that rain's not too loud. I actually like it, it's kind of peaceful. So the Angel of Strength here is about, you really do have a lot of strength. You have like the world inside of you. Okay, I had to fix that. So the Angel of Strength is telling me that you just have a lot of gifts, a lot of powers, a lot of abilities. And the earth here, it's almost like you hold the world in your hands, and you're someone that's very strong. I feel like you have a very beautiful view of the world. Maybe like when you're going through it, you might like hate everything, hate everyone, but at the end of the day, like you see the world as a beautiful place. Like you kind of, I feel like you guys might be into stars a lot, or like into like astrology maybe, or into just into like that celestial type of energy. Like you may even be a starseed or a light worker. But I'm getting like really strong starseed here, but you may be hearing that a lot, like you're a healer. So the Angel of Harmony here, let's see. I'm creating harmony at each moment of my life. So this is kind of telling me that I feel like you also are someone that's very intuitive. I feel like you connect to spirit or source, whatever you want to call it, and through music. I don't know, music is really coming through strongly. Maybe like you kind of use music as a healing aid for you, something that helps you to learn and to grow. And the Angel of Obedience, I feel like you do follow your, like you're right now, you are like all of this that's happening is happening for you. Like, it's literally like a part of your life, like you're a part of your life path, something to help you learn and to grow. And the angel of faith, I feel like this is calling for you to have faith, or you just have a lot of faith in general. Like, you kind of turn to higher powers when you're kind of like feeling low or you're feeling down. You kind of turn up to God or whoever, and you're just like, you know what, take me away, or take me to the king, whatever you gotta say, you know. I feel like you guys probably are into spirituality or into religion. There's a very strong faith here. Faith in yourself as well is very needed here, especially with like, you gotta forgive yourself in order to trust yourself again, especially after this Three of Swords that happened here and the Lovers in reverse. Like, I feel like there's just definitely some romantic relationship issues going on, or just, it doesn't even have to be romantic, but just a relationship in general, like a friendship maybe, or a close one, like a best friend broke your heart or something. So right now it may seem like all of this is here to hurt you, and you feel like you're being backstabbed and you're never going to get back up, but all of the conclusions are going to come within reach. Even if you can't see the truth right now, it will reveal itself eventually. So the message, let's see, we have 9 of Pentacles, 7 of Swords, the Hanged Man, King of Wands in reverse. That came up in the last reading, but it was in the other deck. Let's see. Let me move these over. 10 of Pentacles in reverse. 7 of Cups. So, I feel like, let's see. The message here. What is this 9 of Pentacles trying to tell me? I feel like this is just about growth here. Like, this is about growth, like, especially with the conclusions are within reach. I feel like this is just telling me, like, maybe some of you are maybe even going through like some financial issues right now. Maybe if you went through a divorce, you lost things, you lost money, you lost something, and you kind of feel like you're not going to get it back, or you're never going to pick yourself back up. But this is false. You're going to be growing a lot, especially with the 7 of Cups. This is about growth, especially emotionally. So you're probably going to be doing a lot of inner work in order to come out of the other side. And with the feather here telling me that change is coming, definite changes are coming, especially 2020, the year of manifesting. So if you haven't thought about it or done it already, then you should probably write down things that you would like to manifest in 2020. The Hanged Man, like, you should be learning to have more patience here. Like, they're telling you, like, hey, have some patience. Things may not be making sense right now, but they are going to make sense eventually, even if it kind of seems like all of this is happening to hurt you instead of helping you. And there's another 7 here, so maybe even 7 may be significant, because I did pull 7 of these cards up here, so maybe it's a life path number for some of you. But all of this is here to help you, because I feel like right now you may be going through like maybe even like fluctuations of emotions. Like, you may be feeling sad one day and then happy another day, sad one day. Like, you're just like, what is happening? But all this is happening here to help you grow. In, you know, right now this is kind of telling me like you're kind of afraid to be vulnerable right now. You're kind of afraid to show yourself to the world, but you're eventually going to be doing that. I feel like all of this that's happening right now is kind of helping you to learn to be more vulnerable to the world, and learning to not be afraid to take a stand for yourself, not being afraid to like just release these doubts and these things that are kind of like you feel like are holding you back or weighing you down or are kind of like overloading you. Like, learning to basically deal with yourself, if anything, like dealing with all aspects of who you are, because a romantic partner is not going to fix the things that are happening on an emotional level. Like, you have to do the inner work to fix that on your own too. Like, you can't just rely on someone else to do these things for you. And all of this is here to help you grow. Okay, growth is very important for this group, and change, because with growth comes change. And when you grow, things change around you, things change inside of you, and your outer reality is a reflection of your inner reality. And the more you grow inside, the more you grow outside. Okay, thank you so much for watching group number 2. If the reading resonated, drop a like, comment, and subscribe if you want to. My name is Kay, and hopefully I can catch you at the end of this video. Okay. Alright. For the beautiful people that chose group number 3 with the green fluorite, this is going to be your reading. Green fluorite is all about, like, or at least this one to me is about finding life purpose. I use it specifically for like just life purpose and finding clarity. So this might be something that you might be finding significant to you. So let's see what the messages that there are for you, group number 3. So I'm just going to leave this here. There we go. So group number 3, what's going on here? So this is going to give me some information about your situation that you're in right now, what you may be going through emotionally or whatever it is that's happening. So let's see. King of Pentacles, you may be starting a business, or you're looking into starting a business, or becoming an entrepreneur, being your own boss, or you might be dealing with job things right now, like some financial, I don't want to say financial, just maybe you're looking for job, looking for work, looking for new ways to expand yourself, expand your business, expand whatever talents that you have to offer. Emperor in reverse, you might even have an overbearing boss for some of you. Like you might have someone, or even like a parent or someone that you kind of feel like it has control over you in some way, and you don't really like that. I feel like this authority figure, you don't enjoy it. Like you just, it doesn't even have to be a person, it could even be like a something that you put on yourself that you kind of, I feel like for some of you this could even mean like you're kind of like putting a lot on yourself, like you're being a little bit too overbearing with yourself. So 9 of Cups in reverse, I feel like there's a lot of love around you, but you may not be seeing it right now. 4 of Pentacles in reverse, you are wanting to break out of a box. You're wanting to break out of this like box that you're in. You like kind of notice that you're in a pattern, you're in like this confined space or this confined like area, and you kind of want to break free. Maybe for some of you, like you guys want to start a business so that you can break free from these restraints that you feel. Maybe like financially you feel like you kind of like are stuck where you are, or you want to find a new job so that you can be more free when it comes to your finances, or that you don't have to rely on someone else. And strength here, this is telling me that you are someone that is very, very strong. Okay, you may not see it all the time, but you're someone that really does persevere. Tiger may also be your spirit animal, or an animal that you really strongly connect to, because this is really like, this tiger is really standing out to me. Ooh. So sorry. So the moon here, you're also someone that's very intuitive. You could be, I feel like right now you might even be trying to find your life purpose, or seeking clarity on your life purpose, what it is exactly that you're supposed to be doing. You may be meditating, or at least like kind of like sitting, kind of like being in a hermit mode, sitting alone in your room, kind of like looking off and like trying to find who you are, like figuring out who you are, what you're supposed to be doing in this life. Let's see, this moon is kind of giving me a lot of like different energies here. I feel like some of you may even be kind of, I feel like you're very intuitive. You are very intuitive. I feel like your intuition plays a huge part in your life. And let's see, let things flow, Archangel Camuel, heart chakra. Yes, say yes to new opportunities and changes coming into your life. Change, 7 chakras. So I feel like for also some of you, if you were thinking about something, the answer is yes, whatever you're thinking about. The only person that can save you is you. Universal guidance, that's on period. By trusting in yourself, you're trusting in the universe. Archangel Gabriel. So we have, most of these are like universal, like pink of cards, and then there's a heart chakra here, but pink also is associated with the heart chakra. So I feel like you guys may be doing a lot of healing and inner work here, finding love, inner love. I feel like some of you may even have been in, or are in, a kind of like a situation with maybe even like a partner that is very overbearing, authoritative, dominating, someone that kind of like you feel like holds you back. They could also be a business person as well, like someone that you feel like is kind of has their stuff together. But I feel like this person is also very egotistical as well for some of you, but that's not for everyone. Just take whatever resonates with you. So let's see. Let me go back to this. Okay, so I was talking about the chakras. So I feel like with the heart chakras here, you may even be connected to rose quartz, or feel a strong connection to rose quartz. There's a lot of heart here, so this is about healing that inner work, and especially with the green here, more heart chakra energy. So there's a lot of heart here, like a lot of like doing inner work on your heart, especially with the 9 of Cups in reverse. That cup upright is about love, like utter complete love, just being filled with love. And in reverse is kind of telling me like you may be feeling unloved at times, feeling like someone's not loving you enough, or you're not loving yourself enough. But everything that's happening is happening for you, not to you. Don't take it extremely personally to the point where you kind of like use it as something to use against yourself, like, well, if they don't love me, then no one will, you know. Let things flow. Just let things flow. If someone wants to leave out of your life, then let it go. Let it flow. Like, don't try to force something to happen. Don't try to force anyone to be your friend. Don't try to force relationships. Don't try to force friendships. Let things flow to you. Don't chase after them, because when you chase after them, you're resisting it, which is pretty ironic. But Yes, say yes to new opportunities. I keep saying that. So if you're thinking about something else, the answer is yes, but also there's changes coming into your life. Say yes to them, especially if you feel it in your heart that it's the right decision for you. The only person that can save you is you. Yeah, you can only save yourself. No one else is going to do that. You have to do the work. You have to do the inner healing. You have to go in. You have to listen to your intuition, do that inner work in order to save yourself. And by trusting yourself, you're trusting in the universe. So yeah, this is about trusting yourself, learning to love and trust yourself. So self-love may be very significant in this group. And this here is going to give me some more information about who you are as a person, okay? And also the person you may have been dealing with could have been an emperor, but a fire sign, Aries in particular. You can be an air sign, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. Strength here, a lot of fire energy. You could have a lot of fire in your chart as well. And the moon here, you could also be a water sign, but that's not coming through strongly. But again, I don't use signs as like the telltale thing, like just take what resonates, and that's just like extra confirmation for whoever needs it. So these cards are going to tell me what you are like as a person. So I feel like you're someone that you may have expected a lot from people, or at least you expect a lot from yourself. Like, yeah, definitely. So you expect a lot from yourself. Like, you expect the best of yourself. And if you can't provide that, then you're like, bro, like, what even is life? Like, if I can't give the best, then how am I going to be the best? That type of energy. And this kind of can be something that kind of leads to you kind of like just being hurt a lot. Like you feel like if someone doesn't return the favor, or at least like return the expectations that you set, because if you set high expectations for yourself, you set high expectations for others, and when they don't meet those expectations, it really it hits you personally, especially with the Nine of Cups here. Like, I feel like there's a lot of love, but sometimes you may not be able to see it. I feel like this Emperor in reverse could also be anger, or like just an emotion that kind of like dominates you sometimes because you can't control it, or like you feel like it kind of puts you in a box sometimes, and it kind of causes you to miss out on certain things. But these expectations here is telling me that you are someone that is expecting a lot of yourself, and maybe even expecting a lot of others, and when they don't meet those expectations, or when you don't meet those expectations for yourself, you really do take it personally, and it really hits you in your heart. Like, it hits you in your heart, and as a result of that, and like it's almost like a defense mechanism for you to like go result to these like unhealthy habits, like anger, or letting it out unhealthily, in order to like protect yourself. But all of it's here to protect you, but at the same time it's hurting you at the same time, if that makes sense, because it's like you're hurting others in order to protect yourself. So it's like, are you really protecting yourself if you're hurting other people? Because we're all connected. We're not going to get into that though, but but I feel like this is also something that's very like, it's one of those like, it can be something that is not, oh no, what are you, she's like literally like trying to get a lizard. Let it live, leave it alone. I'm so sorry. Maybe even lizards may be something for some of y'all. I don't know. But rainbows. So you guys may be seeing rainbows a lot, or like rainbows may be significant. I don't know why this rainbows really like coming out to me here. So yeah, you kind of like, I feel like right now you're someone that can really see yourself at a core level. Like, if you really like wanted to, or you really tried, you could really see yourself like at your core level. Like, I feel like you see a lot of light in people, and you are a light. Like, you are a light in yourself, and especially with the angel of expectations, it's not something that's, I think that was what I was saying before I got distracted, but it's also something that's also like a trait that's good to have if it's not exercised unhealthily. Because if you are expecting the best of yourself and you achieve that, then you're gonna feel really good about yourself. But if you don't achieve it, then you're gonna feel really bad about yourself. But you gotta just learn to let things flow. Like I said, like, if it didn't work out that way, then that's fine. Don't take it so personally and be like, well, this is because I didn't work hard enough, or I didn't do this enough. Like, if it didn't work out, then it didn't work out for a reason. Okay, just tell yourself that. Okay. Angel of cooperation. I feel like right now you're someone that can really work with other people really well, maybe even children. I feel like some of you may even want to work with children in the future, or like you just like enjoy working with children. But yeah, I feel like you're someone that kind of really does like to work with, I don't know, I feel like this is kind of just giving me children vibes here. But the angel of grace, you're someone that is really like, you can shower people with love. Like, you can shower people with unconditional love, especially if you're really down for them. Like, you really, like, you shower them with love, and you are very protecting. Like, you're like a motherly kind of spirit, in like embodiment of a mother spirit, even if you're not a mother. Like you kind of like, even with your friends, you might notice like you're the mom of the group, or they call you the mom of the group, or they say like, you know what, you give me tough love, and it may not be what I want to hear, but it's what I need to hear. So this Moonology card is like general advice that we are going to keep in mind throughout all of this. And this says don't let your past hold you back. So maybe in the past you did some not so great things. Maybe you are learning to like get rid of these emotions that are holding you back, or these people or places, whatever this is, beliefs, ideas. Don't let this hold you back from being great, because you can still be great no matter what you do. It is up to you to change. And if you could literally decide, wake up tomorrow and decide to be a completely new person, and like you are 100% valid in that, no matter what you did in your past. You could wake up, you could be a serial killer and then wake up one day and decide to not be a serial killer. I mean, hopefully you're not. And you know, I'm not trying to like encourage nobody to kill nobody, but you know, that's just like what came to my mind. But hopefully you, like, if you are a serial killer, then you choose to not kill people and then maybe turn yourself in. You didn't hear that from me. So this is going to give me like some information on the message that you actually need to hear. So we have Ace of Cups, Eight of Swords, Ten of Swords, not chords, Ten of Wands in reverse, Seven of Pentacles in reverse, Two of Wands in reverse. So the message here is telling me you are learning to balance your emotions, listening to your heart, and learning to control your emotions, not let them control you. Kind of similar to group number 2. Like I said, you could have even been compelled to pick group number 2, for some of you at least. So I feel like right now you're going to be going through an emotional start. I feel like that's kind of like the change that's coming here. The clarity that you're seeking is emotional, and you're going to be finding that. And the Eight of Swords here, I feel like there maybe even be someone in particular that kind of helps you on this fresh start. It could be a water sign that kind of triggers you into going through this transformation. Because I feel like there's people around you, but there's probably someone in particular that you are interested in. It could be a water sign, doesn't have to be, okay? Water, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, but that's just what I'm getting from this for some of you. And the Ten of Swords is about like that, like victimhood, that defeat here. And the Nine of Cups, I feel like you probably went through like some heartache here, and it really hit you hard, and you probably felt like a victim in this situation. Like, why is this happening to me? It really hurts. I don't want to do this. But it's something that had to happen, because I feel like there was love in this situation. There was love in this connection, but it was just not, it wasn't being expressed in a healthy way, something that was useful. Maybe even the water sign was the cause of this, because this is kind of like telling me like you got to let things go in order for it to, like, if you let it go and it comes back to you, then that's how you know it's meant to be. So the Ten of Wands in reverse here. If you feel like you've been going through a lot right now, like you've been like holding everything together, you are not going to be doing that for very long. You're not going to feel like you're like just, it's like you're just getting by, basically. Like you're just holding everything together. Like you can't, you like one day you're just going to explode. Kind of like you're just like, you just have a lot on your plate. Like you're just overwhelmed with things, or like emotionally you just feel overwhelmed with everyone's energies, or whatever this may be. This is going to change. This is going to turn around. You're going to learn to break free from this constraint. And so I feel like with the strength here, you're a very, very strong person. And again, this tiger is really standing out to me. Maybe even lions for some of you, because I feel like tigers, I don't know, when I see a tiger I think of a lion too. So maybe lions or lionesses or tigress. I don't know if that's a thing, but yeah. So I feel like sometimes you may feel like you may not be growing, or you may feel like everything is here to hurt you, everything's a threat, everything is here to go against you, but it's really not. All this is here to help you embody that strength that you have inside of you, for you to see the white light of your soul, the rainbow, the like beautiful colors of your soul. And this is really just telling me like some new starts are coming. You may even be like, I feel like this is the moon here, and then the Two of Wands in reverse. It's kind of telling me like you're gonna be dealing with, you may be letting go of connections as well. It doesn't even have to be relationships, but like friendships. You may realize that like people that aren't serving you, or people that are just bringing bad vibes around you, gotta let them go. And I feel like this is gonna help you. It was really gonna help you is if you like kind of go into that hermit mode sometimes, or that like just going into yourself and finding the answers instead of seeking them outwardly. Like, you know, taking the time to meditate, listen to your intuition, and do all of that good stuff in order to find the truth, because this message coming through for you is basically telling you like you're going to be okay. You are going to be okay. Just let things flow, even if it like these decisions are going to seem tough, they're going to seem hurtful, they're going to be tough, but don't let your past hold you back. You can do this, and you can continue to move forward despite anything that's happening. And for some of you, need to hear that if you love something and you let it go and it comes back to you, then it's meant to be. And if not, then it's not meant to be. And if it's not meant to be, then you're letting it go in order to make room for something that is meant to be. Okay, thank you so much for watching group number 3. If the reading resonated, drop a like, comment, and subscribe if you want to. My name is Kay, and hopefully I can catch you at the end of this video. Alright. Group number 4. So you chose this Citrine. Citrine is all about wealth and abundance and prosperity, so that might be something very significant. I'm going to keep that in mind as we go through this. So if you chose Citrine, group number 4, this is going to be your reading. What message you need to hear right now. I absolutely love this Citrine. I think I'm going to put it here so you can see the group at least. So let's see. Let's just see what group number 4 is going through at the moment. So this is going to tell me what's happening with you right now. 5 of Cups in reverse. Let's see. 5 of Cups. So you may be kind of going through a perspective shift, like changing your perspective and how you see things at the moment. Tower in reverse. Yeah, this is telling me you're kind of changing your perspective. Maybe you saw change, or like, I feel like change, like you maybe felt like it was a bad thing, but you're kind of starting to realize like it's not a bad thing at all. Like change is something that is good. It's like you need change, because if not, then you're going to be in the same situation over and over again, and like that's not fun, you know. Change is pretty good. So 10 of Wands, you might have also felt like you're kind of being overburdened with things as well. Like you kind of felt like you had a lot on your plate, a lot that were just kind of weighing you down, and maybe that's kind of how you feel right now. Yeah, you probably feel like you guys just have a lot on your back, but we're gonna see. So the Magician, you're probably doing a lot of manifesting here, and whatever you're manifesting is coming into fruition. So Justice in reverse, you're probably struggling to find balance at the moment. Death in reverse, there's a change that is definitely coming into your life, and I feel like this is connected to your manifestations. But I feel like by resisting change and being afraid of it, you're realizing that you're stopping the good things from coming out into your life. And the Hermit in reverse here is telling me maybe you guys spend a little bit too much time in solitude, but I feel like you guys maybe just be doing the kind of like, there's like healthy solitude, then there's unhealthy solitude. Like you might even just be like just watching Netflix all day, kind of like just being on social media constantly, and social media will literally drain the crap out of you. Like it will drain your energy, and then you're gonna be on your phone. Okay, my video cut out, but I was saying that you guys may be on your phone all day, and then you lose track of time, and you kind of like, you're just on the phone, and it feels like you're on there for 30 minutes, and you look at the time and it's like been 2 hours, and you're like, dang. But yeah, there's kind of like just this energy of like changes happening. You may be resisting them, but you're kind of realizing like, okay, if I want to manifest these things into my life, then I have to accept that changes are going to happen. Things are going to have to change, even if it kind of sucks at first. I may not want things to change, but it's happening for my highest good. Follow your heart. Universal guidance. Heart chakra. It is time to heal yourself, not others. Archangel Uriel, heart chakra. A lot of heart chakra energy here, so you may not be like doing a lot of heart chakra things, a lot of following your heart, learning to balance between your heart and your mind, what's real and what's not. Accept change, which is aligning you to your purpose. Archangel Uriel is coming through really strongly for you guys as well. He may be one of your spirit guides, or you may be like getting a lot of signs about him recently. Ask and you shall receive. Universal guidance. Throat chakra. Do you seek validation because you fear abandonment? Archangel Michael, solar plexus. Ooh, this is going deep, huh? Everything is energy and vibrations. Be mindful of what you say, think, and believe. Universal guidance, throat chakra. So there's 2 throat chakras, 3 heart chakras, and 1 solar plexus. Maybe those chakras may be significant for you as of right now, like chakras that you need to work on, or ones that you kind of notice are like affecting you very deeply right now. So Luna's staring at me like, you better let me back out. So let's see, this is going to tell me more about you. So Angel of Transformation, you're someone that went through a lot of transformation. You probably went through a major transformation, perhaps a spiritual awakening. Angel of Union, I feel like you are really Interesting. I feel like you're someone that kind of, I feel like a part of your purpose is learning to express yourself. Like, and I feel like by expressing yourself, you are like what's the word? Like uniting people. Like you unite people through your like just expression of yourself, your self-expression, your freedom, your self-freedom, the way that you show show and express yourself to the world is how you are going to find happiness. Angel of Union, okay. Especially with the death in reverse, I feel like you really went through a transformation, and I feel like maybe that's why you're scared of change. Like you're kind of scared of what's going to happen, but all of this is happening to help you. Angel of Light, the divine light of my soul flows through my being right now. So I feel like right now you're kind of finding the light within yourself so that you aren't giving, I don't want to say giving too much, but so that you're not hurting like unhealthily, like going back to the old habits, or like learning to break free from those belief systems that you had, or those fears that you had. Angel of Order, my life reflects my outer life reflects my inner order. Yes, like you're realizing that everything happening on the inside or the outside is a reflection of what's happening on the inside, and whatever you're thinking or believing repeatedly, or the thoughts that constantly pop up, like such as fears and worries, they're going to reflect itself in your outer reality. The Angel of Inspiration, you're probably someone that's very creative. You turn to creative outlets, maybe art or art, painting, music, those type of things. Some of you really like to enjoy doing. So this is going to be the overall message for you guys, and it is believe in the impossible. So I feel like you guys are really manifesting on a large scale, and whatever it is, it's coming into fruition. Like your dreams are literally coming true, basically. Like the things that you're manifesting, this magician is like all about manifesting to me in magic, and I feel like you may even be doing magic to manifest, or just going through different things, like maybe trying writing, scripting, visualizing, dreaming, like whatever you do to manifest, it's coming into light. And I feel like you kind of are changing your perspective, especially on tower moments, because not everyone likes tower moments, but I feel like with here you're kind of seeing these changes as things that are here to help you, instead of things that are here to hurt you. Like you're realizing, you know what, I may not want this to happen, but it's something that it has to happen. Like I can see how this is going to be beneficial to me in the end. So you have Four of Pentacles, Ace of Swords in reverse, Two of Cups in reverse, Five of Swords, Four of Cups reversed, Queen of Pentacles, that motherly energy coming through the moon. So this here is telling me, let's see, 3, 4, 5. Oh, there's 7 of these. 5, wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, there's 7 of each of these. So you guys might be a life path 7 or soul urge 7, whatever. 7 may be significant. You may be seeing that a lot, and 7 is about growth. So yeah, definite growth here. So I feel like you may have been really, really overburdened in the past, and you really had to let things go. And you may have, in the process of learning to let things go and getting rid of those burdens and those worries, you kind of were in a conflicting kind of situation where people were like, why are you doing this? Like, why are you letting things go? But you're kind of like following your heart, and the universe is saying, keep doing that. People are going to be like, they're going to be like pissed. They're going to be, they're going to have their own reactions to the decisions that you make. But if it's coming from your heart, continue to do that. Always choose you in the end, because you are going to be the only person living with you. And people forget that, like, you know yourself better than anyone else. So Four of Pentacles here, I feel like you guys may have even been in a situation where you're like kind of going back and forth between jobs, or maybe like you're kind of going to thinking about different majors, or just something that you kind of felt like wasn't satisfying. It's like this Four of Pentacles is giving me the energy of like running around, like not really finding satisfaction in what you're doing. Maybe even your day-to-day life, it was like you're doing the same thing and you're just tired of it, and you knew that there was something that was missing, and it was kind of calling for you to like shift your perspective. Like what can you do in order to manifest your dreams, like your deepest heart's desires? Like what can you do to bring that into life? So the Ace of Swords in reverse. So let's see, I feel like you kind of like maybe you kind of wanted these changes to be a secret, or you kind of like wanted to keep it on the down low, but like I feel like you kind of like it's gonna be something that people are gonna notice. I feel like the universe is saying like people are gonna notice these changes that are happening in your life. People are gonna notice the changes happening to you, and there's there's not really much you can do about that, like what other people are doing. Like whatever they gotta do is what they gotta do, but you gotta just learn to follow your heart, especially with all these heart cards here. Like continue to follow your heart despite what anyone says, despite what anyone thinks, despite anyone's doubts or worries. It could be your own mom just telling you like, no, this ain't it, but you're like, you know, like I feel this in my soul. And when you feel it in your soul, that's when you know it's real. Okay, so Magician, you're kind of like, you're cutting through all the BS that people are like telling you that they're feeding you. You're like letting go of these past restrictions that were holding you back, these things people were telling you, and you're learning like, you know what, I'm tired of this imbalance here. I'm tired of giving people, giving, and I'm not receiving the same amount. It feels like I'm just giving and no one's like, whatever that is that you feel like there's an imbalance and you're giving a lot and no one's like giving in return, or at least giving enough in return. That's going to change too. You are going to find people, someone in specific. I feel like for some of you, this person could be a water sign, air, you could be a fire sign. I'm just kind of reading off the signs, but whoever it is, doesn't matter. Signs are, that's just extra confirmation, whoever needs to hear it. But this is going to be something that is very beneficial to you. You're going to find balance in this situation where you kind of feel like you're giving too much and you're not receiving in return. You're going to be in a situation where you're going to find someone or people or whatever it is that you're seeking out, that you want to find balance in. You're going to find balance in that situation. And so the Death in reverse here, I feel like some of you maybe even have a motherly spirit guide, maybe a grandmother that passed away, or mom, or maybe even just a living motherly figure in your life. It doesn't have to be a mom, or maybe like some of you want to be a mom, or you aspire to be a mom. I feel like that also, if you are wanting to be a mom, that's going to be one of the changes occurring in your life. You are going to end up being a mom pretty soon. So the Hermit in reverse in the Moon. So this is telling me like, connect to that intuition, girl. Like instead of sitting on TV watching Netflix, you know, doing anything but talking to yourself or talking to your plants, whatever, like the least you could do is like connect to your intuition and find like the clarity that you're seeking, because this group is all about that wealth and abundance, especially with the Citrine here. Like you guys are really manifesting wealth and abundance for sure, and especially with the Queen of Pentacles here, there it's also like telling me like, mother yourself. Like don't be like, it's okay to take care of yourself. It's okay to like tell people like, hey, like stand up for yourself. Basically, it's okay to do those things. It's okay to take care of yourself, and you should be taking care of yourself. You should be mothering yourself. Just don't be unhealthily mothering yourself, where you're like indulging in like habits and like, you know, things that you know you shouldn't be doing, whatever that may be. But just don't be afraid to take care of yourself. So like this is like strong self-care coming through from here, because I feel like you guys are a light. You went through major transformation. You guys are going to be rewarded for that. And you guys are, I just feel like this is kind of like the group that's gonna like, you guys are gonna be rewarded on such a large scale, and it's gonna be like more than you can ever imagine. That's basically what I'm hearing. Like you guys are manifesting on a huge scale. Okay, so if you chose this group, let me know what you think in the comments. Thank you so much for watching. My name is Kay, and hopefully the reading resonated. If it did, drop a like, comment, and subscribe if you want to. My name is Kay, and hopefully I can catch you at the end of this video. Let's see. All right, group number 4 is done. All right, group number 5. So if you chose the I-Ching coin, this is going to be your reading, and this is also about a prosperity and abundance, similar to group number 4. So you might have even been debating between those two, but if you chose this, this is going to be your reading. Okay, so let's see. Let me leave this here so you guys can see that I'm on group number 5 with this I-Ching coin. So let's just see what's happening here. So this is going to give me the energy that you guys are going through right now, or maybe you're like, whatever this may be, you could be going through this right now, or you may be, this may happen soon, or you have gone through this, whatever the case may be. Just take it as it resonates for you and your situation. Temperance, 7 of Cups in reverse, Knight of Pentacles in reverse, the Fool in reverse, 8 of Swords, and 5 of Wands in reverse. So Temperance. Oh wait, I think all of these cards are supposed to be in reverse. Let me see. I feel like these cards, I think this deck is flipped, because I remember seeing the Temperance and I was like, this is supposed to be reversed. So somehow this deck got flipped upside down, and I feel like I should read them this way instead. So let's see. So Temperance in reverse. So I feel like this is about like being a little bit waiting for things. Maybe you're expecting something to happen. You're waiting for things to happen, waiting for things to come to you. And Seven of Cups here is about illusions, options, things presenting itself to you, and you just have a lot of options basically. And let's see, the Knight of Pentacles, he's a slow moving, but he's also someone that kind of like, he has something to offer. So I feel like right now you're probably like waiting to make a move. That's kind of what I'm getting here. You could be waiting to make a move, or you are like kind of like ready to make it take a leap of faith. Sorry. Oh, excuse me. But yeah, you're basically like waiting to take a leap of faith, because the Fool is all about that leap of faith, that fresh new start, that fresh new beginning, because there's a lot of options that you're being presented with. I'm not sure what these options are. I'm not really getting a lot of like clear things. It could be like maybe romantic options, career options, financial options. And the Nine of Pentacles here is telling me like you guys are kind of slow in like going towards these options, or at least choosing one. Like maybe you're kind of like hesitant on what you should choose, or you kind of, maybe even some of you even feel rushed, like you have to choose or it's going to disappear. Because Eight of Swords here, this is about like seeing through the crap. So I feel like you guys are kind of like looking at all your options and figuring out what's good for you and what's not, because not everything that's presenting itself to you is actually here to help you, and it's not here for you. And you're kind of like realizing that, especially with the Eight of Swords. Like maybe you kind of felt blindfolded before, like you couldn't see the truth behind it, but slowly but surely you are starting to see the truth behind each of these options. And so the Five of Wands, this is kind of about like stretching yourself really thin. So maybe you guys kind of feel like you've been like all over the place, or like people are just, I don't want to say people, but you're just kind of being like all over the place. Like you kind of feel like you're going back and forth. You're not really sure what to do. So let's see. This is going to give me some advice, or at least advice for you guys. So let's see. Be the person you expect others to be to you. Universal guidance, solar plexus. Those who get upset when you set boundaries are those who benefited from you having none. Universal spirit. No one is obligated to believe in you but you. Archangel Uriel, solar plexus. So solar plexus is very strong here. Change the way you think. Universal guidance. So you guys have a lot of, you have two universals, which is like the pink one. So that could be heart chakra maybe for some of you. But mainly this is about solar plexus. Like how you feel about yourself. Like, do you feel like you're good enough for these options? Do you feel like you're good enough for these things coming into your life? If not, then why don't you think so? And let's see. It says take time to breathe out. So yeah, I feel like you guys kind of need time to breathe out. Take time to just step back and view all of your options, so that you don't make the wrong, I don't want to say the wrong step, but just that you don't you aren't going into the direction that is not going to bring you the most abundance. So this is going to tell me how you are as a person, and I feel like you are a very responsible person. You kind of, you take what you're given, and you kind of, you make magic from whatever it is. Like people give you lemons, you make lemonade. Angel of perfection. You could also be a perfectionist at times. Like you kind of want things to be perfect, and if it's not perfect, I don't think you're gonna lose your crap about it, but you're kind of like, you just want things to be, you like things to be beautiful, you like things to be symmetrical, things to be just nice and, you know, pleasing to you visually. And I feel like you're someone that connects with people easily. You connect with people, like a lot of people like are just attracted to you as a person. Like people just kind of want to be around you, and you kind of notice that, like people kind of flock to you. Because you're very kind as well. You're very kind. You are very free. You kind of like, you don't judge anyone for what they believe in. You kind of just let people like live. Like you're just like, you know, like if that's what you believe in, like cool, I don't care, not hurting me. But the Angel of Education, also feel like you're someone that is like, I feel like you like to be educated on things as well, or at least like you are educated on things, and you kind of like, you find a lot of growth from like learning about new things, maybe seeing them from a different perspective. So this is going to be the message that you guys have. So we have the Chariot, Ace of Wands, Nine of Cups, King of Cups reverse, Six of Cups reverse, yeah, Six of Cups reverse, and then the Empress reverse. So I feel like right now you guys are kind of on a path. I feel like for some of you, there's probably like a specific person that you kind of connect with. I don't know, this card is kind of giving me that energy because it's like two horses and they're like really all up on each other. But it doesn't have to be for all of you. It doesn't even have to be like a romantic interest. It could be like a friend or something. But there's just this energy, this like the universe is basically saying like, hey, you're gonna be free, you're gonna be okay, you are on the right path, you're moving forward, okay? You're always moving no matter what. You, even if it feels like you're being stagnant, you are still moving. And the Ace of Wands here is about that fresh start, that new potential. Like when you take that time to breathe out and heal and see things for what they truly are, you're going to find that spark and you're going to know exactly what to do when you need to do it. In the nine of cups here, you may kind of feel like there's kind of something missing. You know, you could have the world, but there's still something that's kind of inside of you. You're like, something's missing, but you're not sure what it is. This is also going to come to a resolution, but all of this is like mainly like you kind of just need to take time to heal out, honestly, because here with the solar plexus, you might be like taking things a little bit like too, like when things go wrong, you might be taking it like as a straight hit to your like solar plexus, which is like how you feel about yourself, your confidence and all of that. But you kind of find this emotional imbalance. You like find the emotional imbalance within you and learn like tip those scales so that they're even, because right now I feel like it's kind of uneven and it's causing you to kind of go through these periods of like just feeling like you're not compassionate, or you kind of like lash out on others maybe, or you're like, you just kind of feel like you just can't connect with people in a way that you really usually do, because the King of Cups here in reverse is kind of telling me that you could be a water sign as well, and or a fire sign. But the Six of Cups in reverse here is telling me like you do give a lot to people, you do give a lot of yourself to people, and when people don't return that, it can really hurt. It really can, especially when you're like really expecting someone else to do that. But just remember that no one is obligated to believe in you except for you, because I feel like right now maybe you're kind of like, you do a lot for people in order for them to maybe like give you the validation that you seek, in order for them to say like, oh yeah, you can do this, like you helped me with this, so you can definitely do this. But like you got to find that within yourself. You got to believe in yourself in order to do what you got to do. And it says be the person you expect others to be to you. Yeah, so like be that person to yourself, and then you can be that person to others. Change the way you think. Those who get upset when you set, okay, so maybe you guys are kind of learning to set boundaries as well, because this is very important. And people that get upset when you set boundaries, like it says, are the people who benefited from you having none. And change the way you think. Maybe you guys are going through like a cycle or a thought process is not serving you, and the universe is saying, hey, it's time to let that go. Time to let go of those like doubts, those worries, those fears, those like self-deprecating things that you're telling your mind, because your subconscious mind does not know the difference between figurative and literal. And the Empress in reverse here is telling me you need to connect to your intuition as well. Your intuition is probably trying to send you some messages here, or it is sending you messages, kind of guiding you through this, like guiding you through all of this, but you may not be really in tune with that right now, or maybe you're kind of like learning how to. But I feel like your intuition is really, really strong right now, or at least trying to guide you in the right direction. But you just need to take time to like silence the world around you in order to just hear yourself and hear your heart and see what you have to say about things, see how you feel about things, not what other people feel about it. Okay, thank you so much for watching group number 5. If the reading resonated, drop a like, comment, and subscribe if you want to. My name is Kay, and hopefully I can catch you at the end of this video, which is literally right now. If the reading resonated, yeah, I already said that, never mind. So thank you so much for making it into the end. I really do appreciate it, and hopefully I can come back with another video soon enough. And thank you so much for watching, guys. I really do enjoy being your reader, and remember, subscribe to my channel to get more content, and turn on those post notifications so that you know when I post. So thank you so much for watching, guys. Peace.